Aloha, my name is Denise Ortega, one of the financial aid specialists here at Honolulu Community College, and I'm here to help you out with the things that you need to know about financial aid. We encourage all students to apply for financial aid because it's free and you may qualify for free money. People who qualify for financial aid are typically U.S. citizens, eligible non-citizens, who are students from Marshall Islands, federal states of Micronesia, the Republic of Palau, etc., people with valid social security numbers, and men who have registered for the Selective Service between the ages of 18 and 25. To stay eligible for aid, the Department of Education requires that you maintain a grade point average of 2.0 and above and complete at least 67% or 2/3 of your classes. We refer to this as the Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy, or SAP. There are 4 different types of financial aid that students can get. We have grants, loans, federal work-study, and scholarships. There are a couple pots or funds where you could receive aid. Federal funds are given, of course, by the federal government, and institutional funds are given by the college or the university system. It is possible to receive aid from both funds. Grants are considered free money that does not have to be repaid, as long as you meet the SAP policy. There are different types of grants. The federal Pell Grant is based on financial need and is the same at every school. Students who are eligible for Pell are entitled to this grant. The maximum Pell Grant for this upcoming academic year is $6,345. The SEOG grant is another federal grant that is available for students with the highest need. This amount varies based on financial need. The Honolulu CC Opportunity Grant is an institutional grant that is based on financial need and requires that students are enrolled for at least 6 credits. Loans are lent by the government and need to be repaid. The interest rate for the federal direct loan is currently at 4.53%. 2 different types of loans that a student can get are subsidized loans and unsubsidized loans. Subsidized loans do not accrue interest while you are in school. Unsubsidized loans accrue interest immediately and are based on grade level. For both loans, students have to be enrolled at 6 credits or more to stay eligible for loans. Parent Plus loans are available for parents with dependent students. Parents are able to borrow money for their dependent students all up until the cost of attendance for their students' educational needs. These loans accrue interest, and the current rate is at 7.08%. Federal work-study relates to student employment paid by federal funds. This type of aid is also based on financial need. Students who are eligible for work-study can work up to 20 hours a week, have a flexible work schedule, and are paid like a regular employee. If you're interested in work-study, check Yes on your FAFSA or ask the Financial Aid Office about procedures. Scholarships are grants provided by organizations usually based on merit. These organizations usually have certain criteria to qualify for a particular scholarship. Money doesn't have to be repaid as long as you follow their requirements. An example of a scholarship is the Hawaii Promise Scholarship. This scholarship is funded through the UH system and is treated like a grant, and students must meet the following criteria to be eligible. The Hawaii Promise applies to the remaining direct costs of a student. Students also must be enrolled half-time and must meet the SAP policy. The Hawaii Promise is a last dollar award. It requires no application, but a FAFSA must be completed. The Hawaii B Plus Scholarship is a merit-based scholarship that is funded by the state. This scholarship looks at students graduated from public high school who have a GPA of a 3.0 and higher and indicate financial need. Applications for scholarships usually open around November and are due around March. The UH Common Scholarship application opens within the same timeline. Completing the UH Common Scholarship application will put you in for hundreds of scholarships across the University Foundation. Don't miss out on these opportunities and pay attention to these strict deadlines. There are numerous organizations and places you can look for scholarships. Here are just a few places you can begin. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It is required to determine financial aid eligibility. Information on the FAFSA is used to determine the expected family contribution, or your EFC. This number helps the financial aid office determine types and how much financial aid a student qualifies for. You would want to submit a FAFSA every year, and you will want to do it as soon as possible. FAFSAs for the next academic year will open on October 1st. You can apply by visiting federalstudentaid.gov. An FSA ID will also be needed to complete a FAFSA. This FSA ID is unique and cannot be duplicated, so keep this information secure. You create one by also visiting the federalstudentaid.gov website. After submitting a FAFSA, there might be additional documents that our office might need from you. Examples include tax information, documents from non-custodial parents, business or corporate tax returns, and identity documents. These forms help accurately determine your family's financial strength and receive the most aid you are eligible for. It is very important to keep track of deadlines and submit required forms as soon as possible. Prolonged submission may delay aid disbursement. Your aid is determined by the estimated amount of your cost of attendance, or COA, minus your expected family contribution, EFC. This all determines your financial aid eligibility. The estimated cost of attendance number considers all the things you would need to go to school successfully, such as tuition and fees, books, transportation, room and board, and other miscellaneous fees. Your EFC, or expected family contribution, is the total amount that your parent or non-custodial parents and yourself can be expected to contribute to your educational costs. Information would include household income and assets, home equity, number of dependents in college, and how close parents are to retirement. Both federal and institutional aid may look at your EFC to determine how much aid you qualify for. We may also consider special circumstances that cannot be documented on the FAFSA, such as a job loss or a reduction in salary, etc. The process requires a written explanation and documentation of the circumstance, and the college will evaluate the request, so let us know when you or your family has experienced a sudden change in income. Your award package can be viewed by accessing your MyUH portal. This is where you will find your status and everything you need to know regarding your aid. Please note that your award automatically assumes that you will be enrolled as a full-time student. If you are not planning on taking at least 12 credits, please let us know. This can prevent you from getting your aid on time. Your financial aid package will look something like this. Also note that the cost of attendance is not a bill, and this is not the amount you will be paying Honolulu Community College. Tuition and fees will primarily be billed by the institution, so financial aid will pay for that first, and if there is anything remaining from your aid, you will receive it as a reimbursement. Your student account under your MyUH portal will provide information about the amount you owe the college. Your student account will look something like this. Term balance is usually the amount that the institution will charge for tuition and administrative fees. The term balance including estimated aid includes your financial aid, so this would be the amount you would anticipate to either receive or owe after financial aid is applied. We would love to help you out with any questions or concerns you may have. Here is our contact information. Given the current circumstance with COVID-19, we highly encourage that you call us at 808-845-9116 or email us at honccfao@hawaii.edu. Please note that if we have to verify original documents from you, we ask that you practice safe social distancing along with wearing a face mask as you visit our office. Mahalo so much for your time and attention. Welcome to Honolulu Community College, and we hope you have a wonderful semester.